What's up, you guys? It's Beloved, and this is Three Takes. I'm here with the Don and Shawnee. So today we are talking about mental health. Also, shout out to the men out there. Today is or
We're
this
actually talking about is it good to move out at 18 today? But we can just
oh,
keep going. You remember that's for another day. Our
is
topic
it
today is it good to
okay?
move out at 18
All right, well, look forward to next week's or the next
next Monday.
podcast. My day's been mixed up. Going, yeah. So, okay, scratch that. We're not talking about men's mental health, but shout out to the men because it is men's mental health month. Am I correct about that?
Correct.
So, still, shout out to the men. Hope you guys are drinking a lot of water, praying, meditating, getting your mind right because you guys are definitely loved. So shout out to you, men. We thank you. But moving along, today's topic is about Shawnee. Do you want to take over that?
Today's topic is about like the impact of moving out at 18, or like
All
is it
right.
good to move out at 18
Okay.
years of age?
Okay. Okay. But I will say this before we get started into the topic. You came back from your trip, from your birthday trip. So now you are 30. So I think that's important to know because you're not 18. We're none of us is 18 anymore, but you are 30. So now how does it feel to be 30?
The exact same I felt at 29. I
Okay,
mean,
give it a
I'm
couple weeks. Your knees are going to
quit wishing that on me. I rebuke thee.
I'm not okay. Touche, touche, touche. Did you enjoy your trip? Where did you go?
Cancun.
Ooh, Cancun. Remember we took that trip to Cancun before. What's crazy is I got a notification on Snapchat like, "Hey, here's your memories" or whatever.
Ah, yeah.
I was looking, I was like, "Oh, we was in Cancun. Oh my gosh, that was a good experience.
What I
Loved it."
was happy about this time though is that it was actually a little bit less hot than it was when we went. Because remember when we
Really,
went, it was unbearably hot. Like for
Was
real, for real. You do
it?
you don't think so?
I don't even remember being that hot.
I don't either.
When we left the resort, you don't remember how hot it was, like going away for the bus and all that.
Oh, that day? Yeah, that day was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But I
I
feel like each time we left the resort, it was extremely hot.
Yeah.
yeah. Too now that you brought that up, yeah, it did kind of add
That
to.
sun was barren. But like I said, this time I didn't think like it was as hot. But crazy enough, I got sunburnt like hell. Like shockingly, even though I put sunscreen on, my shoulders are still like peeling like crazy. Like I had like because I had like on a beater a lot of the time, and I literally had like you ever seen King of the Hill like the Hank Hill suntan? I literally had that. Like my arms and shit was red as hell. Face was like darker. I'm like, damn, this is crazy. Like I really burnt, and then I didn't realize it until I took a shower the next morning. I was taking a shower, so I'm just like scrubbing. I'm like, what the fuck? This shit hurt. I'm like, what the hell? I'm looking. I'm like, oh yeah, bro, you burnt.
None of y'all, none of y'all niggas had no sunscreen.
No, we the one white person on the group did have it, and I put some on, but I didn't think I would have had to put more on. Like,
Okay.
I'm curious. Random
mm,
question. What
what?
color did you change? Was it my complexion? What
Uh,
were you like a
I
toasty
was
brown?
more red, more red. It was
Okay, so
red,
you were red.
red. Yeah,
Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, but my face is still a little darker. It did get darker, but I think it's I don't know, it's kind of still peeling. But I mean, it probably looks different under the light. But my forehead area was definitely dark as hell. Like, but we getting through it.
I
That
mean,
first
it
day
was
though, it
worth it
hurt.
though. It was
Oh
worth
yeah,
it.
it was a shocker to feel that for the first time. I'm like, oh, so this is what white people go through on a small scale. But
I thought it was a stereotype. I did not know that that was actually a thing for black folks.
Yeah.
yeah,
I didn't grow up. I didn't carry no sunscreen. I didn't start putting no sunscreen until I became an adult.
yeah,
And then
that's
I found that
barely.
out that we can't get sunburns. I'm like, wow.
But that was the first time I ever got sunburned though. Like even when we went last time, I didn't get sunburned.
Me neither.
Well, I think my face peeled some, but that always happens. But as far as like on my arms and all, I was like, this is crazy. I'm like, where's the aloe vera at? Like, this is, I feel just like them. But
So you enjoyed your 30th birthday. So let's rewind to being 18. Um, I know everybody's living situation is different, rules are different too per household. So how was it when you were 18? Was it forced upon you to move out at 18, or how was it? How was it for you, Don?
No, I wasn't forced to move out. Um, my mom was cool with us staying. She felt like if it's not necessary to kick me or my sister out, then she didn't. She gave us time to save up, do what we need to do if we needed help. So I mean, I wasn't forced, but I went to college, so I really didn't spend much time at home until I graduated, and then I moved back in. And that
Mm-hmm.
entire time, I was stacking my money
exactly,
up.
that's the way it
So
should be.
yeah, she didn't bother me for real. I didn't have no rules like you got to come back home at this time and none of that. So and I didn't have to pay no bills. Like so, I was
Fact,
Gucci. Yeah.
fact. What about you, Shaki?
That is what it should be right there. Uh,
But we about to get into that because
I know.
mm,
So, I mean, I didn't move out until I was 21. Uh, like my grandma was not rushing me to like get out. Like she wanted me to stay, if anything, as long as I can. She never mentioned about anything about me ever. Like, when are you moving out? Like, ever. So like when I was like 21 though, I was like kind of like, oh, okay, well, I kind of really want my own place. Like, I'm tired of living under these rules. I did have some rules. Living under these rules, and I just wanted like to feel like an adult. I want to get my own place and like throw
mhm.
kickbacks. I can't throw no kickback at her house. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I'm 21 now, able to drink. I want to get into like being an adult. Uh, so that's when I moved. But I feel like moving out at 18. I mean, it's not that wise in my opinion. Just because you can make a lot of mistakes. But I was very grateful to come from a household where it was not forced. Because some people are like, you 18, you got to go do it like I did. Like, you got to go, get out of my house, or that they couldn't tolerate them so much that they were ready to kick them out at 18. Or if home sucked so much, you were just ready to leave
Mm.
right at 18 as soon as you could. Uh, Home got on my nerves a lot, but thankfully it wasn't that bad.
I want to piggyback on both what both of you guys said. Um, you weren't forced to be pushed, move out. Also, you didn't have to pay bills. I mean, granted, y'all had jobs, so I'm pretty sure y'all threw some change here and there, or helped out, or contribute, or if they asked, hey, or did y'all? Did y'all not do that?
I didn't have to do anything sharp at all. Like my mom didn't really ask for no money, but both my parents were in the house, so
Okay,
you
so
can
everything was already paid for.
yeah
So hypothetically, if they needed something, I'm pretty sure if you
yeah
had,
yeah. Throw my mom.
yeah. So I think that's like an important thing to point out too. When you hear the age 18, you still have that teen at the end of it. So you're still to me, you're still a baby. I,
Adolescence.
yeah, I work with youth all the time. So when I hear that I can't wait till I turn 18, I'm like, you're still a baby. You can't really, granted, you're legal, but you're, like you said, you still are adolescent. You can't really do much. Like, you can do something, but you can't do a lot. And then even with having to get kicked out, some leases are not signed at 18, or are they? Are they giving apartments to 18-year-olds? Like, I know some apartments you have to have a credit score,
Yeah.
some check stubs to see, hey, are you even responsible to um, pay on time bills? Can you
Well,
pay me?
unless you just
Like,
got to find somewhere in the
Yeah.
hood.
and who are
Private
still living?
landlord.
Yeah.
Exactly.
My mom didn't force me or my brother to move out. It's like what you said, Shawnee. My mom wanted us to stay. If anything,
Hmm.
she even now I still live with my mom. Well, I'm gonna say she lived with me, but we split everything down 50-50. And even now, with me thinking of branching out again and moving on and being married and having my own home, I'm gonna bring her with me. Does that make sense? So it's a different dynamic.
Hmm.
Whereas some people don't have that opportunity or don't have that support. You have until you're 18 to pay me, or you're gonna have to live somewhere else. I actually have a friend. I ain't gonna say no names. I'll tell y'all who it is after. But I had a friend in high school, and her mama was like, "Yeah, as soon as you turn 18, if you don't have a job to help pay these bills, you just gonna have to find your own place to live." She eventually ended up finding her own place to live, but like you said, it was in the hood. It was at what is it? Neverland. What is it?
Oh, never, no, Northland.
Northland.
Ooh, not the
The land.
land.
Never Northland. She was in her own
I would have
land,
been
man.
visiting
I was
her.
scared going over there. Like,
Yeah, I would have been over there. Like, nah, you got
yeah,
it.
it was only one time. So, but
I'm
it's
weak.
sad to see that dynamic. Like, she was forced to either pay half these bills or you have to find your own place to live. And it's like, even being 18, the jobs that you're getting chip change. You're not even getting paid that much. On top of wanting to better yourself and go to school.
Right. My
So,
my thing is, so this friend, the option was to pay bills in her mother's home or get,
We're gonna pay your bills on your own.
I think my option would be to pay bills at mama's house with her
it,
home.
so it wasn't all the bills. It was like, hey, either choose a bill or pay half or give me something on these bills. So not giving me pay all the bills, but you need to give me something for living in this house. But the common thing would be, or the smart thing would be, forget this. Let me go get my own stuff. Like, what am I wasting my money? And then you might have still have those rules.
Okay, so if they have rules, I don't know. I'm trying to put myself in. If it's no rules, and if I want to pay a bill, I feel like because the adult life, you have more bills. Like,
You
Hmm.
do. And then let's be
But
real.
you ain't
Let's
thinking
just
like that at 18, though.
yeah,
I don't care what parent says, hey, there's no rules. There's still some underlying rules. Why? Because their name is on the lease. So even if, like you, Shawnee, you probably wanted to throw a kickback out of respect, you didn't. But hypothetically, you said, let me bring my people over here, let's throw this kickback. What? Your grandma would have been flipping out.
Yeah,
That's the
exactly.
rule. You can't have my
Yeah,
people up in my crib.
but
exactly.
you've been to my house though, Beth, and my parents didn't care about y'all being there.
Nah, we had a good time. I mean, that was great. But listen, but we were respectful.
Yeah,
It was not necessarily in the house. We had our own kickback in the garage,
right.
like outside. Like we had our own area. So granted, I thank your parents for that. That was great. But it was some respect right there, and I
Yeah,
still feel like there was still a rule. If we all of us was all up in that crib, I'm pretty sure there would have been a comment like, "All right, all y'all can't be up in." You know what I'm saying? Like it's loud. They probably trying to go to sleep and get ready for work.
yeah.
We about to eat up all their food. Like there's still some little rules there, even though it's not
I think it
broad
boils down to
valley.
sometimes people just don't want rules. They want to do what they want to do in their own.
Exactly. That's what it is. That's literally what it
Agreed.
is.
Yeah,
And I couldn't stand the rules growing up. So I'm shocked that I endured that shit some more, honestly, because I was
Okay.
ready to like I hate these rules. I want to go do what I want. Like, man, this is but then you kind of understand the rules when you get older. But that's what
Yep.
they all say. Like, we never understand until we get older.
Yep.
That's
yeah,
like a tireless in this cycle.
yeah. Because I feel like it's really learning how to compromise, really. Because okay,
Hmm.
you've been living by yourself. Once you get a partner, you still have to deal with another person and how.
Exactly.
So
That's why I live by
like one
myself.
person could want all their friends at the house, and then the partner is like, I don't want to see these people.
Yep.
Exactly.
Go home.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Or if you have a roommate,
yeah, that too.
Yeah.
and I didn't get that freedom until I went off to college. I had my own apartment at Wright State in Toledo. So I mean, it was cool, but then I realized you still gotta have a look. There's still some rules there. It
Yeah.
catch my
Hmm.
drift, so I couldn't do everything that well, can I be honest? I didn't care. I still did what I wanted, but I still had to hear
But
my
yeah,
roommate's mouth, like, "Hey,
Right.
you can't,
Oh, I can imagine.
You gotta clock down, Shawnee. You gotta. It was that annoying. It was that annoying. Like, okay, but at the end of the day, my name is on this list too, and I'm paying rent, so
So,
I don't care what you're saying. Like, no, but
no compromise at all.
no compromise. That is funny. That's
That's
funny. But
hilarious.
there is still some rules. It probably you can't probably see or hear them as much, but there's definitely rules there. Even when you get your own house, there probably won't be rules already there for you. But now that we are adults, we're probably gonna have some rules because we like our stuff a certain way.
yeah.
And
It's called
everybody,
structure.
yep, yep. Like I know for when I get at home, take your shoes off at the door, please. I'll give you some
Yeah.
little booties, some little house shoes, to rock around in the crib, but please don't track that stuff in my crib.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
how I am too right now. I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah, the shoes need to come off. Your
yeah.
feet stink. I'm sorry, you might have to go. But
No, that's not the part. Why do your feet stink? That's the question. That's an important question. But let me ask y'all. Let me ask y'all this: when it's your time to have kids, are you going to implement the same way how you were raised when you turned 18? Like, are you going to be like, yeah, 18? When you turn 18, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and pack up and move, or are you going to keep your home open to your child until whatever age bracket, or until they're ready to move out?
I'm gonna
um,
keep
go
my
ahead. Sorry.
oh my bad. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my house open for them to, you know, get their life together. And I'm gonna have some type of rule. Like I'm not gonna enable them, but
Mhm.
make sure they got a job. Make sure they learn how to save money.
Yeah,
Be responsible. But life is hard, and I swear, the older we get, the more expensive life is. So
Yeah, the harder it gets.
yeah,
The rich and poor gap is
yeah.
just
so yeah.
where to
But go
find
ahead.
your breakthrough.
What,
Um,
Johnny?
yeah, I agree. I would be the same. I would be the same way. I liked how it wasn't pushed. In hindsight, seeing I like that part about it. It wasn't pushed on me at all. Any question at all about moving out
Hmm.
at all. Literally, it was just like the childhood. I don't want to say the childhood was never ended because that sounds childish, but it's just like there was no pressure to like for that at all. So I think I would keep that, but I would also, like she was saying, I'll be more involved to make sure they got some type of plan in place and not
Hmm.
just winging it. Like, all right, if you are here, make sure you're like, attempting things and like exploring what you want to do and making your failures while I'm here to help you. So you're not doing it later on. So it'll be more like that where I'm really making sure they're taking advantage of this and not just being a bum playing video games unless they're making money.
Yeah.
But uh,
Oh,
more so that being more involved because I feel like a lot of people, well, I kind of wish I had more involvement at that age. You know what I mean? That I wish
mhm.
I had somebody more on me to do certain things. I mean, I have my grandma on me to do certain things, but that's only to the extent of what she knows. You know what I mean? Versus uh, when we go, especially when we go to stuff like father figures, like having like a father figure around to really like help you in those like 18 to 20 some years, it can
Mhm.
really like kind of help get you in a better mindset heading into your 20s in certain ways. But yeah.
Agreed.
I, I was gonna say 18, 19, 20s period is just the age bracket to make mistakes and figure out life.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I at least want, my children like be productive while you're doing it. Like
Yeah.
be failing at things that, and learning from it and like trying not just like doing stupid shit like having a baby or something. Like, I don't need you to learn from that early. You know what I mean?
I'm glad you said that 'cause I literally was thinking that too. Like, now if my daughter or my son ends up having a baby, God forbid, but I'm not gonna be like no, I'm not going to be a hands-on grandmother. Of course, I'm gonna make sure that you're good, but I don't want to enable them. But I would have to set some stricter guidelines because at the end of the day, I'm not going to be an in-house babysitter. At this point, you already are 18, so now I need you to. I'm giving you a certain amount of time to have a game plan on what, because now it's not just you. You have a child now, and I'm pretty sure you want to live your life, but who's about to be this babysitter for free and you get to go out clubbing or go out to do whatever?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Right. They be having responsibilities and still trying to live that life. Like,
Yep.
no, live that life without having kids. Like, figure out life in your 20s, whatever age, and make mistakes and learn from them.
Yep. Because we
yeah.
did.
That's exactly why I always told myself I would not be having kids in my 20s. I'm like, I want to do whatever the hell I want all the time. I don't want to dedicate most of my existence to raising a child yet because I think also because I feel like I would be more dedicated than most people because people aren't really dedicated enough. That's a whole nother topic. So it's like when you raising a child, like responsible for all their development, and you can't be missing parts. You know what I mean? And being lazy in certain areas and just want to throw a screen in their face. But that's a whole other topic. But, I can't even speak on it because I ain't a parent. I'm not a parent. I can't talk. But
that's sickening. That will be a topic. That will be a topic. I definitely agree. Sonny, I ain't gonna lie. I can't. You having a child in your early 20s. But now hear you speak it. You sound like you will be a complete hands-on dad. Like
yeah, for sure. I'm at the school. I'm everywhere. Hey, how he doing in this? What's going on? What did he do yesterday? I need to know everything. Whether he knows or he or she knows it or not, I need to know so I can make decisions on how to guide them. You know what I mean? Like people don't do that enough, I really feel like, and they just wonder what's wrong with my kid or why they're acting this way. I can so oblivious to everything.
But that plays a big part in why kids are enabled, or when they start to develop and hit 18, they don't have a game plan. They don't. I promise you, as soon as I have kids, we're having a game plan. What are you? So as soon as 18 come, you graduate from high school. Okay, are you going to college? Okay, no, you don't want to go to college. Okay, college is not for everybody, but I'm gonna need you at least to get a trade. You need something to fall back on. You're not going to be working these odd end jobs. If you want to, that's cool, but I'm trying to tell you, you're gonna struggle. Everybody can't be rich. Everybody cannot. It's not destined for everybody. So if you don't have a game plan, what are you doing? You can't stay here. I mean, you can live here, but
same forever.
Yeah, okay. I got a life too.
My kid will not be going to college. I promise that.
I feel that.
College is a scam to keep us down. Like, I'm not letting my kid. I refuse.
Well, I mean, this is another topic, sir.
Yeah, I was going to say
because
it's a scam, but I learned so much being in college. Like, it wasn't a complete failure. Like, if I could go back to college, I would, to be quite honest. Like, it's not that bad. I don't think people should force it on people. No, school's not for everybody, but I think it should be an option for people to think about.
Yeah, if they want to, but I would just advise them not to. I mean, you always got your choice. That's one thing I promise for my kids. Like, you're going to have choices, but you can't be no dumbass and make bad ones. Or if you do, learn from them quickly. Or you cannot be my kid. Like, my kid cannot be out here making terrible choices. I'm like, you ain't come for me.
He did. Let me ask you this though. If you think, and like I said, I'm gonna keep saying school is not for everybody. Fine. Are you going to have like a fun for your child to not have to go to school? Because these wealthy families out here, they have trust funds. These is trust fund, but they running around. So
I would start that soon. I would start that the day I know I have a child. I'm putting a trust fund in their name. Like, I'm that person. I'm trying to do that for them. And then also, like I said, I'm not in that. Well, I'm about to be, but in my 20s, I wasn't like in that like uh how do I say in that mindset where I wanted to like dedicate everything to the kids. So like once I know I have a kid, I'm gonna be putting all type of funds towards to make sure they're good. But right now, I want to use them funds to make sure I'm good and I'm having fun. So,
Right.
I'm getting to a place where I'm settling. I'm
well,
starting to.
yeah, I'm talking about like through my 20s.
Oh yes, 20s was
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Great time. Uh, yeah.
But no, I'm still having fun though. Like I said,
Now,
my Insta post, my fun ain't never stopping.
how were you when you were 18? How were you guys when y'all were 18? Do y'all remember?
Yeah, I was going to Norfolk,
Whew.
so I was in the band. So most of my college was spent in that band. But once I transferred back here, girl, I wasn't even going to. I was hanging out with y'all, you, Chris, and them. So I was having fun, like at 18.
We had fun, right? Yeah.
Definitely fun. Like that's pretty much it. Did I have a job? Yeah, I had a job.
Yep. Yep.
So I was working, getting money, and having fun. So that's pretty much that's what I was doing at 18.
Shoot, school was like the main thing, and this was what you know. What, Shani? I feel where you're coming from. I wish my parents were very literate when it came to college. All they did was, you need to go to college. You need to go to college. You need to go to college.
Yeah.
And at the time, this is from parents that don't even have a degree. My mom didn't have a degree. My father didn't have a degree. Barely had a high school diploma. So y'all, I was about to say the N word. Y'all,
Negroes.
yeah, push us to go to college and get
Because
a
they want you to be
degree.
better than them.
Yeah,
That's what That's what every parent wants.
all that
And
is.
I'm not mad, but here's the kicker though. I
They
wish
didn't know what was
they would
coming with
have
that.
knew. I wish they were literate. They had literacy about finances and not
Right.
taking out loans. If they knew what I know now, I wouldn't be in debt. Like, granted, my debt ain't that bad compared to others. It's bare bone paying on it now, but I wouldn't be in debt. I wouldn't be in debt. I promise you, I wouldn't. So that's I
Exactly.
feel coming from with that. If my kids want to go to college for something, go. But let's look at other alternatives. Or how about this? You already have money set aside for school. You already know what to do, and you're very intelligent because my kids aren't gonna be no dummy. You have scholarships,
Exactly.
you have Pell Grants, you have all of this. You won't need to take out no whatever loan to pay for school, and you gotta pay them back. I refuse. So I feel where you are coming from. I just wish my parents would have did that for me. Granted, my mom got her degree, woo woo. But I wish they would have taught me that going
Exactly.
into college because my brothers ain't got no degree. They smart, but they ain't got no degree. It was just me. So now they don't have to owe back Sally me. It's me that has to owe.
Right. Exactly. And that's the
Uh,
trap that they want to get us in, which is
yeah.
college.
Yeah.
Why college is the scam. That's exactly it.
Oh, I mean, sort of.
So yeah, I was about to say I got something to piggyback off of that.
Go ahead.
I feel like we have to pay for college, but pick the right major. Like
Exactly.
Yeah, you're
That plays
right.
a big part.
yeah,
Yeah.
because people go to school for art. I think that's stupid. Music,
That's
stupid.
retarded. Social
Yeah,
studies, anything like that.
yeah.
History. What the fuck is wrong
Like
with you?
Okay,
I
I feel like y'all about to downplay my degree.
We ain't come your way though. We ain't come your way.
Yeah, in that bracket. You in the bracket. Communication.
No,
So
because
you know
you
how
do
to
learn some
talk.
skills.
Like,
it
whoa,
is.
No, but you
I
learn
ain't
some skills
gonna
from that though.
It is
whoa.
bracket because all y'all had. I swear, it's a lot of people that pick communications. Anyway,
It is a lot of people.
I feel like majors that make money, medical field, technology, and the crazy thing about
Right.
technology is
Still.
you can you can get a certification. Really, you don't have to go to school for 4 years. But if you want your bachelor's and a master's, kudos to those people.
Oh
But
yeah.
but yeah, STEM, anything
Get
STEM.
your Google IT. Is
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
actually valid to help you get jobs?
Huh?
Does that actually help you get jobs like the Google IT certification?
Yes, it does. Yep. You can
Man, I'm gonna
actually
get that
work for
mug.
Google.
Guess I'm gonna work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
say
long as you really in IT, as long as you got you either had to have the experience or the degree or the cert. Like,
mm,
to see something you can.
One of those.
Yeah.
I just kind of want to get that certification just because. But
As you should. I think I want to go back for. I don't want to go back for a master's. I want to go back for some certifications because of the field that I am in now.
yeah,
I
please don't
don't.
put yourself in no more debt.
I agree. I
Please,
know that now.
you
I
going
know that.
down, going. They suck you
Yeah,
in.
I'm paying straight cash, baby. I'm paying straight cash.
I'm not even ready to
Full
start paying
pay.
mine back. I'm dreading paying back student loans. I ain't gonna lie.
You got to owe
But
back? You owe back?
yeah, I owe. Even though I didn't finish all the way, yeah, I still owe. That's why I need to just go
Woo!
finish, honestly. Yeah,
Oh,
that's the
so
worst. That's the worst paying when you ain't got shit to prove for it. that's
yeah, yeah.
that's the shitty part right there.
I'm sorry for that, bro.
I need Biden back in office. He won't make another pay shit. Like, you know what I
He
mean?
definitely wasn't.
Like,
Biden ain't right though, because that's what caught me. Because when I got a notification, said, "Hey, it's time to oh man, that mug dropped my credit score, bro." Like I was
yeah,
sick.
they ain't fucking
Wow,
around. They ain't fucking around.
at all. And then it's gonna
Garnishment
be so
starting
quick,
soon.
huh?
I said garnishment starting later
Yep,
this year or something like that.
yep, yep. That's why I'm trying to pay back pay back stuff that I still owe. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
but I wish I would have knew that. I regret going into what I went into because communications, I necessarily didn't go into it as learning how to communicate better. I went in it for media. So, like, my associates
Right.
was straight book work, it was straight learning interpersonal, nonverbal, public speaking, all the different forms of communication, which was cool. But I wish I was intelligent enough to know, hey, you have this associates in communications, just go for something else to piggyback within that communication.
It's not being more intelligent enough. It's being more informed.
Touche.
You know
My
what I
parents
mean?
said that.
And that's why it's important to, who you're around. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
like, if you're not around people that speak more knowledge into your life, you're never going to like learn more things. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's why I want to be that person for my kids at that age.
Facts.
I'm like, look, I'm about to speak all the knowledge that, most 18-year-olds need, that they don't want to provide for you in schools, that they want to slow you down with by going to college, that they want to do all this with, because why sit up here and, I don't know, whatever, get a history degree. We can low-key go be a truck driver and make $100K off rip and then just go save all that money to put a down payment on a house in like the next year or so. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so much stuff that
Yep.
you could guide your child to do without getting all that damn debt. But
I think the main thing is, as an adult, is definitely having life insurance, having a 401k to piggyback on when you retire, a retirement plan, having medical insurance, dental, having all your insurances and stuff.
y'all want a good laugh? Look at this comment.
I'm done.
I studied puppet art. I had gone very far. So tell him to explain puppet art.
That's a joke.
I was about to say, I think it's sarcasm.
Yeah, it's definitely
Oh,
sarcasm.
Ha ha.
Oh, we that dry ass, huh?
That dry ass joke, because I didn't get it. But shout out to Jared though. Shout out to Jared. I'm pretty sure you are successful though.
Look at you.
I'm weak.
Being successful in all your puppet art. Good job. That's hilarious. But anyway, what were we talking about? My bad. I just thought that was funny.
No, I basically the same thing you were saying. I just wish I would have known or was aware of what else to go into instead of continuing communications. Because once I went for my bachelor's, that's when the hands-on work, uh, you know, happened. Me being able to work at games, me doing radio shows and stuff. It was good. And there was a point in time after graduation I was going to work for a radio 102.9. 102.9.
Okay. WROU FM.
Huh?
I said WROU FM.
Okay. They all up under the same umbrella. And I had a talk with the guy that was over it. He said, once you get your degree, email me again. I have a job for you. Man, I didn't even wait until I got done with graduate. I emailed that man because it's connected to my phone. I didn't get the job. I didn't get that. So it kind of discouraged me. But now getting graduating. Now I gotta find something, and let's be real, unless you put yourself out there, and I wasn't putting myself out there throughout college, which I
Yeah,
really
you got a network.
I don't have nothing to show for it. I have a good resume, but it's like, what else do you have? Do you have a demo? Do you have this? No, I don't even have that. So I had to find something to get into because now I have bills. Now I have loans to start paying back. And granted, I'm now in the courts field with youth, and I enjoy what I do. So now I want to do certification. So my degree definitely did help me because I am a higher paid youth specialist. Let's put it like that.
There you
So
go.
it
Well,
works. But I still wish I would have knew what I know now. Probably would have been somewhere different, but
you can
God
still go
has
there.
a different plan. You said what?
I say you can still go there.
Well, no. Now that I got my feet wet within the courts, my end goal is to become a probation officer. Excuse me, or a case manager. And then once I get my feet wet in that, hopefully one day I can open my own group home up for
There you go.
girls. Yeah, so I do have a set plan now because I actually like what I do, but timing is everything. I want to get all the knowledge I can get. So it worked out.
Look at God.
Okay, because God definitely had a better plan for me. Look at God. I love it. Uh Don, you went to school for IT, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
You
Yes,
work at IT.
yes, ma'am.
So how that feel?
Oh, it feels wonderful. But I had a game plan. Like I definitely knew I needed internships because they kept telling me in college like they want people with experience. They want people with
Yeah.
experience and da 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 da. But yeah, so I had like two internships before I graduated, which did help me. But then when I got out of college, I just definitely still had to find something in my field. But I love what I do. I love IT. Um, at first, I was regretting going to college because it was like at first I'm like in hella debt. But then as the older I got, I'm like I actually appreciate it because I learned time management
Yeah.
and more freedom
Yep.
um, to figure out life really. Uh, and then when because college was like kind of hard and fun at the same time. So when obstacles come my way, I know how to maneuver it. Being being in college, I feel like if I would have went straight from high school into work, I would probably be burnt out and tired.
Yep.
To be honest, because we got to work the rest of our lives, so why not figure out life in a different way? Because I was
And you wouldn't enjoy your youth either. I what? We had I miss college. Had a ball at Wright State and in
yeah,
Toledo. My gosh, I miss it now. I'm low key about to apply. I was like,
I feel
Yeah,
like now we work every day. There's no break unless you take your
so
vacation. In school, you had a winter break, summer break, fall break for you to refresh your mind, get back rejuvenated. Like it did go back into work or whatever the heck you're working on.
mhm.
Like I don't know. Like yeah, I just went jump. I definitely would have jumped straight into working after 18. I really kudos to those people that did that because I couldn't have.
I wasn't.
interesting.
I wasn't doing that. Oh,
Oh, I
oh no,
did.
Shawnee did it.
Yeah, I did.
Shawnee did that.
I wanted to be Mr. Manager at 19. Yeah. Look at me now, burnt the fuck out. So yeah.
You need a month.
Shawnee was the one. You was speaking up, Shawnee. How was it, Shawnee?
I don't know. 'Cause I liked it because I was able to when I was that age, I was making a lot more money than most people I was around. You know what I mean? So it was nice to kind of always have money to do what I want, in a sense. Um, definitely still make your mistakes and stuff, but it was nice always being able to you know, at 18, I was actually able to, or 19, I was able to afford a car payment. You know what I mean? So,
Mhm.
and I paid off like my first car. I think when did I pay that car off? When I was 22, I think. So I mean, that part of it's nice, and then I worked my way up with the company I was with quickly, as most people know. So I gained a lot of like knowledge, I guess in other ways, which helped develop me into everything I know now. Which is one of the things that discouraged me from finishing my degree because I'm like, I've managed for so long and I got so much experience. I can like one, I can go anywhere and manage. And I mean, my degree was business administration, though not business management, but with a concentration on sales and marketing. I'm still interested in the like sales and stuff side. That's why
Mhm.
this position I'm about to do is sales. But that's more my speed anyway. But from having all those years of management experience and stuff, I was like, I can like a piece of paper is not. I mean, it can help you in ways for sure. But I'm like the knowledge I have exceeds the people that has like that gets this piece of paper. You know what I mean? Immediately.
Mhm.
So it's just like a lot of stuff like classes and stuff. Like obviously, like you learn about stats and all that stuff, and it's cool. But it's like nothing beats real life experience. Like you were saying, they want experience.
And that they do. I mean, granted, it looks good for them to show, like, hey, all my employees have some sort of certification, degree. They look good, but behind closed doors, scratch all this. Hey, what can you do for me? How can you make this company look big? I don't care about that paper that you earned, for real, for real. What is it that you already know or that you've learned that can help improve my business? So I definitely agree. They are looking for experience. And if you don't have it, I mean, that's fine and dandy. Some positions or some jobs work with you on learning more experience. Some will be like, well, go find it and come back. So that's what I really would teach my children. Like, hey, you have it. I'm not saying you have it till 18, but 18, yeah, you still are a baby, but it's crucial now. What plan are you about to have? Because yeah, you can stay here, but what are you staying here for? Like, what are you offering? Not what are you offering me, but what are you offering yourself? How are you going to better yourself? Because I'm already living my life. I got my stuff. How are you going to get your stuff? Remember, Miss Keaton, I got my stuff.
I'm trying to help you get yours. I got mine.
I got
I
mine.
got mine. She
Good.
was killing me with that though. I ain't gonna
I mean,
lie.
she's right though, because I
But
say
she
that.
was right.
Like, I got mine. You get
I
yours.
got mine. I'm trying to help you get yours. Me and that lady. Woo.
I was gonna say
Oh,
that the thing about that paper is behind the scenes, it's really about the pay. Like
Yes,
right.
it is. Yep.
I know some people that's in the same position, and one person might have more experience than that person that got that piece of paper, but they're gonna get that person with the piece of paper more money. If you don't really talk about your pay with somebody, a coworker, you really don't know how much they make. But
That's
they
true.
really be getting the most money just from that little piece of paper. So
True.
that's the only thing why some
That's
people,
why. That's
yeah,
why part of me wanted to. That's part of me still wants to finish it. 'Cause I'm like, if I'm paying for this, I need to go like have my paper for it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Especially with only like 3 semesters left. But it's just like God, I can't stand school. But
Me neither.
You got 3 semesters left.
Mhm. I know, right? I'll do it at some point, especially like with my new ventures when I like can
Mhm.
have days where I'm not working so much and like got more free time. I might. It's I've
You
been
know
thinking
what?
about it.
You have a little bit of a leverage because you have so much experience, Shawnee.
Mm,
Like you've been lead plenty of times. You can run your own business, literally. You
yeah,
do.
yeah,
So to
literally.
already have that experience without the paper, I mean, granted, if you want to get it, cool, but I'm pretty sure you want to do it. So once you get that, it's a wrap. It's set for here. You can open your own building because you already got the credentials. You already got the experience.
Correct.
You have a little bit.
It's just the one of doing it like Lord, but
Yeah.
I might. But it's just I hate writing papers and shit. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, I hate writing like
Check.
10 page, 20 page papers. Like that's
I
annoying.
like it. I what they at school. People used to have me help them write their papers. So I actually enjoyed it. I give me a paper over math or science. I don't
I'm
want to do that.
hell no.
Yeah, it was nice because at least I knocked my regular classes out pretty much. Like stats 1 and 2, all that hard shit. I've knocked that out, thankfully. But so it's just going back and doing that part. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But
Yeah.
it is annoying that I'm going to have to start paying. At least, and if I do that, I won't have to start paying on the loans yet. But if I do have to start paying and don't even have nothing to show for it, that's whack.
Yep. Yep.
Use
Chat GPT.
for your papers.
But they can tell now from that.
Oh, I'll just switch
They
up a
can
couple
tell.
words. That's how we used to
Right.
do.
Facts. Facts, man. I swear. And then paraphrasing, I'm paraphrasing the same thing. Just take some out, add some in, splah. We're done.
Yeah,
We,
because
we about to repeat the same thing. I'm not about to keep.
that I took tests in college. They had a thing called Chegg. Beth, did you mean?
Oh yeah, I use Chegg. I
Yeah,
use the
you
hell out of
did.
Chegg to get the answers on
Yeah.
everything. What you
In
In
mean?
Quizlet. In Quizlet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Quizlet too. Yeah, I use both of them.
Oh, yeah,
I thought that was just me.
Chegg got me through that code and stuff. I didn't know how to code back in the day. So I'm like, hey, write this code for me. Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah, I had the Chegg membership. I paid for that shit.
Nah, for real. I need that.
I said,
help.
this is
Yeah.
worth it. Like, this is worth it.
And that's all it is with college. With school,
Yeah.
for real, is how well can you finesse?
Hmm.
And I'm gonna give my kids the gems. They not gonna cheat. But I'm gonna tell them, hey, there's multiple ways that you can find the same answer. There we go.
Right. The choice is yours.
Either work harder or work smarter.
Yeah, the Chegg is hilarious. I forgot about that shit. Quizlet too had all the test answers on that mug.
Facts. People was
That's
cheating on OGT's test.
Oh, I didn't know they had it back then. They had it back then. That was, of
OGT?
course. No, I'm talking about like the Chegg. I didn't know they had that back then.
Not in college. I'm just thinking back in high school.
Oh yeah, that they were cheating on OGT.
'Cause
I don't know how they were doing that.
Yeah, some of them was already 18. Some of them was leading up to being 18. So now it's like you about to graduate high school. Did you pass your OGT? You can't pass. You can't even get your high school.
Oh yeah.
If you don't have this OGT.
They don't even have OGTs no more. I think they took it out when Casey got.
I heard about that.
Like,
I heard about that. That's why our kids are getting dumber and dumber.
Yep.
So y'all think they need the OGTs?
What?
You think they what?
I said, do y'all think they need OGTs?
I think they need some type of standardized test. Like, I don't know. They probably replace it with something. They have to. I feel like that'd be weird if they didn't replace it with something.
I think they need something. OGT, no, because that was stressful.
Yeah.
Ain't they getting rid of the ACTs?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they should. What
Yeah, because they pointless.
Yeah, I took that one time and I realized you're going to Sinclair.
I'm hollering.
You're not going to a 4-year yet.
Yeah, ACT is kind of pointless.
It is. I took that. Definitely had a low score.
Yep.
Did not
I didn't even take it.
You said you did take it?
I did not even take it. I missed it. I was like, I ain't going to that. Like, I didn't care.
That was stressful too. It's like OGT, but more people. More people is there.
The counselors was going around. You gotta get a high score to get into a good school.
Like if you don't shut the up on you just up.
I'm hollering.
Like, dang, I know that. It's
all that pressure in high school, like that's crazy.
For them to not even teach us what really needs to be taught in life.
Right.
That's why another reason I can't wait till my kids. They tell me, look, I'm the type. I'll probably go homeschool my kid anyway. Like, but I'll find ways to get them in social environments and all that. I'll figure that out. But as far as everything's gonna come from me, the school's not raising my kid. I refuse. That's why people's kids be so fucked up because they got a school raising them, then they got the daycare raising them, and then they got the screen raising them.
No, my kids.
No parent.
My kids ain't going to daycare. They got grandparents. Andre, watch him. Or Steph, you're retired now. Watch them. They're not going to daycare. I've worked in daycares and I see it be some crazy stuff going on in daycare. Some daycares are good, but like you said, they can. I want that my baby's brain. This may sound sick. I want my baby's brain. I
Yeah,
want to
that's
be
the
able
same
to
thing I'm
own.
saying.
Yeah, I don't need nobody else doing that.
Thankfully, I never had to go to a daycare. Like, thankfully, uh, yeah, and I don't want my kid to have to experience that either.
Yeah,
I guess it's cool, like, and it has its advantages, but ultimately, like, in the grand scheme of things, I'm like, no, I want, like you saying, I want to be able to control like the development of my kid. I don't need nobody poisoning their brain with whatever or some. And kids always get sick at daycare. Like they always, oh, I got to get my kid from daycare because they're sick. Like it's always that, and then they bring it back to your house, then you sick, and it's
yeah,
like that's too much. But I get it. Some people got to do that, but I would just. It'll be nice to have a stable system where you
yeah.
don't.
That's what we need. We need a village again.
Yeah,
But kids are supposed to get sick. That's how they build their immune system.
you're right. Well, let them get sick at school. Shit.
Don't bring that here.
For real. Ooh. I've spoken into existence. But so is there anything that you would tell your 18-year-old self?
That's a
Yeah, yes, I would go for your associates because my associates was free. Ponies paid for that. I'm not gonna hold you.
Mm-hmm.
That was free. Once you get your associates, work towards that or find something else. Go into the STEM program. I regret till this day not doing anything within STEM. I regret it. That's one of my regrets. Um, yeah, get your associates, but go into something that's gonna help with that communication associates, but make sure it's STEM. Yeah, definitely so. And get your license now.
Oh yeah, it did take you a little while.
Whoa.
Oh,
hey.
sorry. Oh, my bad. I forgot. Sorry,
No,
but
you didn't. But I
no,
got it. I
I
got
forgot that
it.
that's messed up to kind of say, but
It was.
Lo siento. I'm sorry.
No
Was.
español. No speaking de
I'm
whatever. I
sorry.
don't
She
speak
said
it.
no
But
speaking. No speaking license.
Everybody's journey is different.
Yeah. But I know
hey,
some people
that
our
is
age that still
funny.
ain't got a license.
But definitely do something with this STEM for your bachelor's. Figure out more colleges to apply, and then also get your license. Work on that. Stack up. That's it.
Heavy on the stacking up.
Yeah. So for me, I would have told my 18-year-old self to start that music then. Because college, I don't regret nothing I did. But I do regret not starting music early in age when I didn't have bills, when I could maneuver around when I wanted to, and nothing. I wasn't tied to nothing. So I would have just went to college and did my music and went on the road more. So that's what I would have told my 18-year-old self.
I feel that.
Interesting.
Would you have wanted to be
Interesting.
famous? Sign a record deal?
If it had came to that, yeah.
I feel that. I like that. Okay. All right. Shot.
What can I tell my 18-year-old self? Uh, I would just say be smarter
Do
with your money.
better.
Be smarter with your money. What'd you say?
Do better.
I'm weak. And just be smarter with your money, and that's pretty much it.
I feel
I should
that.
be rich by now. That's all I got to say.
That too.
But
Investments. No,
Mhm.
learn more about investments. You are so correct. You are correct, man. I wish I would have invested in what is it?
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
Yeah,
Oh,
back then.
we would not be having this talk.
But that goes into what I was saying about being around, people where you were having that talk. Because nobody I was around at 18 was talking about Bitcoin.
Mm-mm.
No.
So that's why I'm like, you really got to be around people that speaking things into your life. But I was also when I was 18, I was not around the best people. I mean, I ain't gonna shit on nobody, but I could have been around some much better people. But that's why, I ended up branching out. So What? Why you making that
Crowds
face?
when you're 8 when you was 18 too. Yeah, your crowds has changed. Y'all crowd. I've been around y'all for so long, both of y'all. Y'all crowds definitely have changed.
Oh yeah, baby, I'm growing. I just thought about this.
Facts. That's another topic. Crowds. I think your friendship group plays a huge part in your development.
That's
Yes.
very true. Very true. I said very true.
And you crazy.
I feel
Nah,
like
that's very true.
anytime I see some, I'm noticing at this age, I feel old now.
I know, right?
But if
That
I
is a big
see that
age.
they don't know how to grow or do not want to evolve,
Yeah.
I can't be
something,
around them.
yeah, too stagnant, too comfortable for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can't be around it. You're pulling me down with you in that case. Because they say you are around the five people you're around the most, or a combination of it. I can't be around anybody that's pulling me down. Especially like that's crazy. Unfortunately, it's too many people that's like that.
It
But
really
that's
is.
why
Yeah.
I mean that's one of the reasons I'm trying to be better myself because I'm like, all right, I'm attracting these bad people is because it has to be because of me what I'm putting out there. So I need to change what I'm putting out there. So that's one of the things I'm working on because I'm like, it is some, and I come across some great, like especially being here in Nashville, I come across some fantastic individuals, but
Let's
it's like I need to better myself so I can like be in that class. You know what I mean, and not uh stay stagnant.
Yeah.
Because it's like when it's just a different level of conversation and everything when you're talking to people that live in $1 million homes. You know what I mean? Like it's just like damn, I wish I was just like on this level and like that was the norm for me. Like that's what's the cool part about being here because you can come across like any type of level of individual and it definitely is different when you're around people that got $1 million homes.
facts. And you start learning, like you said, you start learning more from them. You start
Exactly.
learning how to maneuver a little bit differently. But that's
Yeah.
why certain friendships I do have, the friends that I do have, including y'all, they're all successful in some way. I don't hang around no
No
bums.
bum.
I can honestly
Yeah.
I don't. None of my friends are bums. Like they are go getters, hustlers. They know how to get what they want or need. They got their own stuff. So I'm grateful for certain people that are in my friend group. I had to cut some friends off, which I ain't mad about. But
Yeah.
the ones I
For
had,
sure.
you know,
I'm still slicing and dicing.
facts. Oh my god, facts. And I love it. I love it. I promise I do.
I think you do get a thrill off cut people off.
Who
Who?
Sean?
Her or me?
Belo-
Me-
Probably you
Beloved?
too. I love it for sure.
No, no. Actually, I'm trying to get better at that. Believe it or not, because
I'm
I
not.
have this thing that I'm where I expect. This is a whole other topic where I expect kind of perfection out of people, and I'm trying to change that. So, like, if people mess up, I'm like, oh no, 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 no. You feel me? But I can't. People mess up. We human, and
Yeah.
that really got brought into me when I was in Alabama. I ain't gonna lie, like, because this dude always said it. Like, this crew person that worked for me was like, but tell me about him and his wife and all that. And he'll always, like, God didn't make nobody perfect. We gotta, and he just always said that. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. Nobody's perfect. I gotta quit expecting people to be that way. Like people make mistakes. People ain't me. So, uh, I can't expect no one to be as real as I am. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's nice. It would be nice, but you can't, everybody got their little flaws. So I just got to learn how to take the good with the bad. Just as long as the good is better than the bad, as long as it's not draining.
The thing about mistakes, though, you're supposed to learn from your mistakes. If it's more than once, it's definitely a pattern.
Yeah.
So,
True.
Facts.
yeah.
That is why I do what I do.
But
I I do.
but
I'm not gonna lie. I do somewhat get a thrill out of it because I like to see if you're gonna do for real. I like to see if you're gonna do what I know that you probably are gonna do again. So I'm gonna keep going back just to see. Okay, so this is a pattern. This is your characteristics. Okay,
but I feel like you also used to be way more tolerant.
that too.
So like this is compensation. You're like, oh nah, I ain't dealing with it. Yeah. So I get it.
So now that I am older, I feel like I done mellowed out though. But now that I'm getting older, some stuff I just can't let slide because at the end of the day, we know what we are doing. And I think because of how I look, my stature, me being short and all that, and I'm super nice, some people really do get a kick out of, hey, let me see if I can manipulate her,
Hmm.
if I can punk her or whatever. Nah, as soon as I see
This
them,
ain't that.
you're getting cut off. Who do you think you are? So yeah, I do get a thrill out of it. I do. It feels great, actually.
Oh Lord, secret
Oh,
kinks over there. I'm weak. You're cut off. You're cut off. You're cut off. You handed me the scissors. That's funny as fuck. Nah, these days I hate to cut someone off because like if I have to cut you off, that means that you were actually a friend, which means, and if you're actually a friend, I mean, I actually gave a damn about you and like
Mm.
respected your morals and all this and whatever. So if I got to cut you off these days, I'm like, damn, what the fuck? You done did some fuck shit. So it's like, uh,
I like to warn people because I'm very patient.
Yes, you are, fool.
I be like, I just be trying to tread lightly because cutting off people is my last resort. Like, I like to have a conversation. I let them know what's bothering me, whatever the case is, friends, whatever. After like the fourth time I had to have the same conversation, just probably before that fourth conversation, I already started to detach anyway. So
right.
once I get to the cutoff stage, it's pretty OV. And I've never went back to anybody that I cut off because at that point it's pretty much dead now. Like I ain't nothing else to talk about.
Yep.
So
That's how I am though.
yeah,
That's literally how I am because I'm a big communicator, and that's what makes me mad because most guys can't communicate, but I actually can. So
Yeah.
it's like, and when I feel, everybody know this. If I feel some type of way, I'm speaking up. Like I can't hold shit in because then it's going to bottle up and it's no good for nobody. So, and then maybe I'm wrong about what I'm thinking that I heard or something. So
Yeah.
if you address it, then you can correct it. And you could probably been tripping over nothing. So it's like that's why I communicate. But I can't stand if I'm communicating or attempting to, and if somebody's not communicating with me, I'm like, I'm trying to fix this. I'm giving you a chance. I'm
That
fixing this because I care. I don't
yeah,
have to do this. I could just let you go. But then I feel like if you're not trying to fix it, then that's disrespectful. So I'm like, oh yeah, you out of here because I'm wasting. I don't have to try to fix this. Like you lucky I give a damn. Like that's crazy. So
and that's what I'm gonna teach my children. I would what we're talking about right now. I wish I would have known at the age of 18. I feel like 18 beyond, like back. I feel like I was a pushover, like really. So that's where that thing of cutting
you
off.
were a little passive. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
what I it's the overcorrection.
yeah, it
That's what
didn't
I
come
call
out of nowhere, and I had to tell a couple of old people that was in my life, like, I'm not the old me, bro. Like, you're
it.
not gonna get over on me. You're not gonna try to punk me. Like, you're not. We're not doing that. I would definitely tell my 18-year-old that. Do not let nobody think they can get over on you. You know what I'm saying? My brother always told me, if you fall for anything, you don't stand for nothing. You don't stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. And I
That's
ain't doing
true.
it. And I'm gonna teach my kids that too. So
I love that though. That's cool. Um, well, we are been on for an hour, so
Ooh,
this has been a good topic. We dug into a lot. I like it, so we'll go ahead and wrap it up for today. Um, so that's it for today's episode of Three Takes. We appreciate everyone for tuning in today. If you enjoyed our conversation, be sure to follow us on Instagram at Three Takes. And if you would like to keep up with us individually, go ahead and follow Beloved at Beloved's Music, the Don at underscore Sci-Fi, and myself at Big Dude Shawnee. Um, yeah, thank you all, and we appreciate you tuning in. Remember to stay positive, stay focused, and stay the course. But most importantly, stay blessed.